And then the flute. See, this body is hollow, empty flute. And it has 7 holes and 7 centers. And he puts his fingers on the 7 centers, different emotions come, different tunes come, and he blows through it. Same is everybody's life. The infinity blows through, plays all different, pushes different buttons, and brings out different songs, different tunes, different music. And the entire creation rejoices in that music of the flute. He can blow through you. You become a perfect instrument of the divine when you become hollow and empty. That is when you become flute. He said even Radha is jealous because the flute is always with Krishna. The creation becomes jealous of you when you have become so hollow and empty, and it is ready to do whatever you want. Just you need to desire. Let there be sun and that is it. And let there be rain and that is it. Creation is all anxious to fulfill your desire when you become hollow and empty. Hollow and empty. That is being Murali, flute. This is the beauty, in ancient days, people, though they made a story was written, it was never made with just like a history. Okay, somebody was born and so on such a date, and they died in such and such a date, and they lived here such and such a date. They didn't bother about the dates. They didn't bother about history at all. Even in the story, they never allowed a limitedness to come in there. A story also depicts unlimited, infinity. An event also depicts infinity. So then that story goes beyond time. It becomes timeless, ageless. That symbol goes ageless. For any age, any time, you can see that, interpret that. Arjuna asks Krishna. Krishna says, just now the 5th chapter we recited. Krishna says, this yoga, this knowledge of yoga, I am giving you now. I had given this 15,000 years ago to somebody. Immediately Arjuna says, what? Ikshvaku, he was lived so long ago and you are born just now. And how is it possible that you could have taught this yoga to Ikshvaku and others, those people who were born thousands of years ago? Then Krishna says, my dear, both you and I have come here several times. I know it all, I remember, you don't remember. And he promises, he says, the promise in Gita is, I will come again and again when time is needed. In the time cycle, when people forget yoga, when people forget this knowledge, when people forget how to go into themselves, how to become hollow and empty, how to get into the source of the being, I'll come again and again and revive this knowledge. Again and again I'll come and revive, and all the fortunate will get the knowledge. So it's not that once I was there and that's it, finished. But I am eternal continuum in consciousness. So like this, many small interesting stories. It charms the mind, charms the intellect, feeling, emotions, body, everything, the entire, all levels of existence are nourished by this. The feather is something one we left. Why peacock feather? Krishna had a peacock feather. A crown is never light. Crown means heavily bogged down, responsibility. Crown means what? The entire state is on the head. A person cannot sleep. He is responsible for anything, everything happening anywhere in the country. That is what a crown is. But if the crown is made up of peacock feather, crown is never colorful, you know. Our past Prime Minister, what's his name, Chandrasekhar, he was craving to become Prime Minister for past 20 years. Finally he became, and he says, oh, there is no charm in this. Thought it is a very big charm, but he says that it doesn't interest me, it's no charm. That is what everybody feels. Everybody has undergone this. All you ask anybody who has been in power. It is not colorful. Others may feel it, oh, nice crown, but for them it is a big heavy load on their head. All kings are miserable. I remember once Maharshi was sitting and there were so many people, everything, and some Swedish television people came. And these people asked Maharshi, what is it Maharshi, you are sitting like a king and there are flowers around you, all these people and all these things. Maharshi immediately said, don't compare me with kings, they are all very miserable. That is true, all kings are very miserable. They are not colorful, there is nothing colorful there. But the peacock feather, you see how many colors are in. Golden and brown and blue and green and all beautiful colors. The crown is colorful, at the same time is light, is made up of feather, peacock feather, as light as a feather. That is, this knowledge makes it such a supreme knowledge, though it commands everything, commands all power in the creation, still it is not heavy, it's very light. It's so beautiful, it's blissful. That's what the peacock feather depicts.